And welcome to another week of venting with us. Yes, I hope everybody had a great week. Oh my God, it keeps just going so fast, and now we're already in almost fall. Though it's 80 degrees. I went to the beach yesterday. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I loved it. I love going to the beach. Though it started out with nobody there at the beach. And then all of a sudden, there slowly became more and more bodies on the beach. It was very funny. But by like 3 o'clock, I swear to you guys, I was already like, my face was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the little tingle go right there. But I got a nice little end of the summer tan. So I'm very excited right now. I'm very excited. So while I was at the beach, let me just tell you what happened. Um, so I'm there, okay, and I have to put this on part of living in the life of me because it was just I'm telling you, it was hysterical. I'm just laying this way because you follow the sun, and there was this couple that was next to me on my left, and I can hear the lady having a deep conversation about their daughter. And I'm like, I'm still not paying any attention to this, right? And all of a sudden I hear the guy say, no, she is not gonna have a C-section. No, she's gonna ruin her body. I was like, what's happening? Does she know that her dad feels this strong about this? And then, and apparently she's expecting next month. So like this baby is coming soon. So I hope that they had a heart to heart with this conversation because the dad is not happy that his daughter is getting a C-section at all. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I was like, what is going on here? Wait a minute. You're not the one carrying this baby, man. Okay. Why don't you carry the baby and then see if you want a C-section or you want to pump it out? You know, it was the most craziest thing. By this point, the clouds were covering the sun, so there was no more sun, and you could see people like now starting to leave. So I was like, you know what? Maybe this is my cue to dip out, But I was still kind of like, okay, give it a few more minutes. Just give it a few minutes. I don't know if everybody else does that when they go to the beach. Um, and I love the beach. I love the ocean. For some reason, I have gotten this fear that um Jaws is gonna come and get me. So okay, I have a confession. This is probably bad, but okay. So my shiz that I do when I go to the beach, I cannot believe I'm confessing this. This is how bad it is. Okay. So what I do is I test out the waters, right? First I put my blanket down, right? I put my towels out. And then, I wait a few minutes, get a little sun, and then I go to the water. But what I do is I scope it out first, right? And I make sure that people are going into the water. And then I kind of follow those people, right? Because in my mind, this is where it's going to get bad. In my mind, Jaws is going to bite them first. So I like to what I call swim in a group. I like to swim in a group. And I try and at least be the furthest, more to the shore. So that way if I see all of a sudden, I know that's my cue to go back to land. So I know this. I don't know where I've gotten this fear from, and it's gradually gotten worse every single year. And I don't know. I think it's in my mind that it's like the end of September. We're going into October, so it's the water's warm, but are there sharks out there? And I know that there's an app that you can see if the sharks are like in that area, or if it's good, if it's bad, or whatever, if it's toxic, ocean out there. I don't want to be one of those people that downloads one of those apps only because I don't want to know, because I'm really not going to get in. But I kind of know. See, remember, I don't know if you guys know this about me. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a marine biologist, right? And then when I found out you have to go into the water with sharks, I said, no, no, I cannot live this life. I don't want to. I don't want to be eating my jaws. I am just nope. There's not a Roy Schneider out there on a boat with me, so I think I'm good. So needless to say, I did learn because I did really good in science and I did really good. But up to that point, I was like, nope, I'm out. But so I know that if I stay at least knee length, there's sand sharks that can get me, but you can pretty much see a sand shark. So I'm okay. And by the time the sand shark gets to me, like I said, it'll get the other person because I'm in front of a crowd. So, oh my God. But so I was like, okay, it's getting cloudy. Let me start heading up. Now when I go to the beach, I'm in my own space, and I guess the woman was arguing because there was this woman that was kind of almost topless. It's not a nude beach, but you like some girls like they get the little bandeau swimsuits, right? But she had hers like really low. And of course, she had a thong bathing suit. And I guess like her husband looked over at the other lady. Because I had noticed it myself and I was just like not scoping her out, but I was like, oh my God, I wonder if this guy's gonna look at her because it's like very noticeable. And all I heard was, we're at the beach. We're at the beach. We're at the beach. And I said, oh yeah, she must have clocked that from happening. So yeah, that's my cue. Let me get out of here. So I got my stuff and I left the beach. And oh my God, I was just like, you can't make this up. You seriously, this is one of those moments where I have to put it on Living in the Life of Me. So I'll do a little episode of it on there. But I got at least to share it with you guys. So other than that, there hasn't been much going on. I know that, the late night. I don't know what we're gonna have for the late night. See, this is what I'm talking about. Television is just not the same anymore. Now they pulled Colbert off the air, Jimmy Fallon off the air. No, not Jimmy Fallon. Um Jimmy Kimmel, excuse me. Too many Jimmys. Um Off the air. It's like, and now people were fearing it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? I wonder what they're gonna put in there. Did they think about this? Like, I wonder what TV is gonna be like. And I don't have regular TV to know. I just want to see what slots they're gonna put in there. But I figured, there's a lot. Okay, so we all know what's happening with Hulu and with Disney, and they're merging through, which I found actually very interesting about this because I I was like, you know what? I don't really watch Disney. Parents out there probably watch it more because of the kids and whatnot. But I was like, you know what? I'm not that big on Disney. There's nothing that like really what's crazy. Okay, side note is that I really wanted to cancel my package with Disney, right? But I think they're on to all of us because not only did I try to cancel my subscription with Disney, they came back and countered offered me with the package. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. I didn't know I was in a whole counting bed here. So Disney right now is $9.99. And you also get Hulu. So when I went to go try and cancel it, they came back to me. They were like, well, if you stay with us for an extra 6 months, we will only charge you $2.99 for the Disney package. I said, wait a minute. There must be something going on. There must be a lot of people canceling these packages because why all of a sudden would they like even put such a thing like that? And it's I guess something happened also with Hulu because Hulu sent me a message and they're all together um about lowering my payments down. I think to also to 99 for Hulu. And I was like, wait a minute. This is real. So listen, I took the packages. I was like, okay, for that price, yes, I will keep Hulu and and Disney. But okay, but you really think about it. I don't the only thing that I was getting hooked on was the Bionic Woman, which I'm actually really disturbed by this because I didn't realize that she had a whole relationship and was also a bionic woman. And if you really watch those TV shows now, they look so fake. They're like, but we're supposed to think that that's really, really fast. Like, have you ever really like watched it? Have you ever like thought about that? Like, they would literally be like, "Okay, Jamie, go ahead, um, chase him." But that was like a fast version. And when you watch it now, it's like that shit was not fast. That was actually really slow. Why would they think that that's fast? But it was back in those days. I get it. I get it. We had to use our imaginations. So I was like, there's really nothing on the Disney Channel that I watch. Elio is now on there, but again, it's not something that I would watch. Um HBO Max. Now, here's the thing. HBO Max, when it comes to all of these channels, I had HBO Max, but I had HBO Max because I really wanted to watch The Matrix Part 4 at that time. This is how long ago I've stopped like having HBO Max. There's nothing ever on there, and it's an expensive channel. So it's like I never find anything good on there. Now, of course, you get those one or two, like Superman, 28 years later, just arrived on there. And okay, but how, like, here's the thing, and that's another thing with the damn comic super whatever world, you know, how many Supermans, Spider-Mans, Batmans, what else? Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, the Hulk, you're gonna give me. Like, you can only continue with the same story, but for so long, like we obviously all know like it's gonna end. And then what? You're going to change the character. Somebody else is going to play the role, and then you're going to give me their concept of it. It's like enough. Oh my God. I don't need that many different versions of Superman. Like, we already know he meets Lois Lane. Okay. He's undercover as a news reporter. Um uh he saves the world. Come on. Well, like we already know like how many different ways you're gonna give this to us, okay? Stop it. And Fast and the Furious, I have said this over and over and over. We can't be fast and furious anymore. It's been going on for so long. Give them their visa back, or no, their visas did get back. See, this is how many of these damn Fast and the Furious there are. But anyways, so every now and then on HBO Max, I know I went like so loud. They give us something. So Netflix is now starting to spice up their little bit of rhythm. I've been watching The Black Rabbit, and I thought I was gonna like it better than what the trailer showed me. Um, but it's taking me a minute to still get into it. I'm not going to spoil it because, like I said, I'm still watching it. I'm going to give it maybe another episode or two. I don't know, but I'm already checking myself out of this. But you do have 28 years later. And if you haven't seen that, that's a great movie to watch and snugglebug popcorn movie weekend. If you want to do that and you have nothing else going on, especially on Sundays. Sundays are usually like my binge popcorn days. I love to just like absolutely be on my zen on a Sunday. So 28 years later, and that's about the whole world turns into zombies. There's one guy that lives, but it's the British version of this, and I love this version. I think it was the best one out of them all. And I know that 28 years is 28, and it's not 28 years, it's 28 something. It's the sequel to the 28 years later. It's the newest one that came out. That one is actually coming at the end of this month. I believe it's coming. Swiped. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's that's pretty much it on Netflix. I'm telling you, we spend all this money on all of these things. We might as well just have regular cable. Um, let me see. Let me see. I wrote a couple of things down. On Hulu, I do love my Hulu, and I did take my little cheap little package in there. Listen, you can't tell me you're going to give me a good deal, me not take advantage of it. Swiped is something that just came on. It appeared yesterday on my slot list. This is about a girl that used to work at Tinder, and now they kind of screwed her there, and now she is creating her version of Bumble. This is based off of a true story. So this is kind of a documentary, which we will be discussing this next week. Um, so I definitely want to see that. That's going to be on my tonight list, popcorn night. If I finish everything and I get to everything early. I'm also watching if you oh, I'm sorry. And if you want to watch any movies on Hulu, you got The Bayou. The Bayou is amazing. Okay, it's about crocodiles and this group of people that go to this island. Let's go to this special place. Oh, I just saw like a little fly. Where did he come from? Sorry. So it's about a group to spread her brother's ashes. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of crocodiles in it, but it's a great movie if you want to watch it. Again, Swiped is something that I'm gonna be watching tonight. That's the whole documentary. It feeds if you love like Ouija boards and all conjuring, this is a movie for you. It feeds is about a mother and daughter. They're trying to help this girl who is possessed. High Potential is back. If you guys don't know about it, season 1 was great. It's about a mom who goes to work with the police and solve different mysteries and cases. And in exchange, she also has the police helping her find her ex. Alien Earth. Oh my God. I have been nonstop raving about this. So if you like the movie Aliens, this is definitely, I thought, first of all, I legit had said, oh, another aliens thing. What are we gonna do here? I swear to you, I wasn't gonna even give this show a chance. And I was like, Do we this is okay, here we go. Another Superman, another Batman. Are we doing this now with Alien? So I was like, you know what? Let me just peep it out. Let me see what it's, going for me. So I watched the first episode and I was literally cringing the whole entire time. And I was sitting at this on the edge of my seat, and I haven't had a show do that to me in years. Like, this is like movie stuff that you would, that you're normally react to. But for a show to have you at the edge of its seat and having you like running up and down the hallway, I was like, oh, I was literally screaming. I was like, oh my God, somebody's gonna call 911 and they're gonna think that I'm getting murdered. And meanwhile, it's all a show. So highly, highly recommend Alien Earth. I love their spin to this. This has nothing to do with the movies. They kind of just created their own little story plot. It takes place in the future, and I don't want to give too much. Yes, the aliens are there, but the things that happen in the movie are just crazy. I mean, the show. I'm sorry. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you would expect this to be a movie, and the way they made this is a show. So I'm taken away. I'm like, it's still on. It's on Hulu. Only Murders in the Building. If you guys want to laugh and have some great nostalgic people in your life, then this is the show for you. And also Selena Gomez is in it. So it's on season, I think two or three. I watched the first one. I still have to play catch up. I have had all of these other shows, but this is on my next list to watch. Um, as far as Peacock goes, the Peacock, not I listen, I convinced my girlfriend to get Peacock. I've loved Peacock. I was a little bit weary about Peacock because I was like, okay, well, we have all these other things. What is this going to bring to the plate? And when I tell you guys, I spend $4.99 on Peacock. And yes, they have a lot of recent shows that they have on like ABC, CBS, Fox. It's actually a really, really, really great platform. I love Peacock. There's always something on there to watch. Not like the other ones where it's like in sprouts when things happen or things come up and then it's ending and then it ends and then you have nothing else to watch. Peacock is always consistent. The other thing is that I was when I left regular cable, I was very worried about Bravo because I'm such a Housewives fan. I love Housewives. And we're already on Beverly Hills of OC right now. Gretchen Rossi is back. And this season is like a lot of twists and turns and a lot of reveals. So if you guys are interested in Beverly Hills OC, that is on now on Peacock. We have The Rainmaker. I didn't think I was gonna like The Rainmaker. I really was like, oh, another lawyer show, another MD show. What are we doing here? But this is about a kid who his brother passes away and he becomes a lawyer with his girlfriend, but now he's going against the girlfriend with this one particular case. I actually love it. I He works for this like not this prestige law firm. It's actually like, the bottom of the bottom, but they are good at what they do, kind of law firm. And what's funny about it is that the law firm is like a donut shop or something like that, or like a cafe, and it's so crazy that they have this little space. I love it. I think you guys would enjoy it if you're into that. If you guys liked, what was that other show? Suits. If you guys like Suits, this is definitely, I would say, up there with the Suits show. The other um the other show that I am loving on Peacock is called Brilliant Minds. which is about a doctor who, so it's another doctor, I know, which you're gonna say, no, not another doctor show. We don't need any more. I know, because there's so many. There's what, MD, there's just so many doctor shows on right now. But with Brilliant Minds, if you guys were a fan of the show House, this reminds me so much of a house kind of feel to it. And I think we need something like that right now. This is so it's kind of perfect timing, but it's about this doctor who has cases, and this is why it reminds me of House, because he has his interns, and the interns are the ones figuring, little bits and pieces of stuff. But he treats people that have different disorders. So if they're high sensitive to touch, for instance, he's able to treat them and diagnose them in different sorts of ways. So this is called Brilliant Minds. It's also on Peacock. Poker Face. Oh, I love this show. It is over. Season 2 has ended. It's 2 seasons, but basically, it's about a girl who is on the run from the mafia because she has a lot of information. She's one of those people that can tell the truth. She can call bullshit when you're lying. So Poker Face is definitely a great show for you to watch. Another one on Peacock is now The Paper. If you were a fan of the show The Office, then you're gonna love this twisted little comedy there. So but so that's it, guys. Yeah, these are all the things that are on TV. Again, we have also, if you like your Bravo and all of that, you got your Peacock. There's pretty much that's yeah, and then you have Prime. There's not much on Prime. We're still watching Plathville, which is about a family living, well, they lived on a ranch and they lived very with no electronics and any of that stuff. So I know that's my little shows though. All right, guys. So next week, as I told you, we are going to come back with Swiped, which is on Hulu right now. And we're going to get into that little documentary there. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Time always goes so fast. And we're almost in October. That means Halloween is coming. I do love Halloween. Out of all of the holidays, I love Halloween. I love those spooky movies. But I love, love, love Thanksgiving. That's always my favorite. And then Christmas is all right. New Year's I love. So yeah. And then it's like boots and all that stuff. That's what I don't like at all. I don't like any of that. All right, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. And then until next week, bye.